What's good, everybody? It's your boy Kama. We back with another video, man. My first video in a few days, couple of days. Been having some technical difficulties trying to figure out things with these videos and whatever the case may be. But we back now. Back to business as usual. The topic of today is the loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. Now, when we talk about that, don't let it go over your heads. We talk about in terms of the NFC East. The loudest one in the room, all the past two seasons has been the Eagles, man. Every year since 2017 they're going back to the Super Bowl. This year they're talking. You would think that they have a championship roster. Now, me being a Cowboys fan, it's like I don't knock anybody for being confident with their team or whatever the case may be and all that. But in this scenario, the weakest one in the room is the loudest one in the room because, okay, I put it to you like this, right? If I told you there was three units on teams in the NFC East that's top 10 in the NFL, and it's 4 teams in the NFC East. There are 3 units in the NFC East that are currently top 10 ranked at their position and projected to be top 10 ranked at their position coming into this year, right? The Eagles, the only team in the East without a top 10 projected unit or anything. So they have the most holes, the most problems, the most question marks. So, but with that being said, I like I said, like when you break it down, like, right, from Washington all the way to New York, all the way to Dallas, right? We all have specific needs and problems going into we all have specific needs and problems going into this offseason, right? Dallas was obviously fix your defense. Your run defense was terrible. We was ranked 31st in the run. Defense in this whole was like 25th or 28th or something. So overall, that side of the ball needed to improve. But the Giants had a top 10 defense for most of the year, but their offense was letting them down. And I mean, some people got questions about Daniel Jones and so on and so forth. Washington went through 3 or 4 quarterbacks last year, just as the Cowboys, and you know what I mean? Like, so we all questions about one specific part of the ball that is like, once you address those, what's next stopping you from being a contender? You know what I'm saying? There's not much stopping you there besides health. I mean, the Eagles had health concerns on their O-line, but you call him a spade. Lane Johnson hasn't been playing up to par in the past couple of years. They one definite bright spot in Brandon. I can't think of his last name, but he's injury riddled. We got a bunch of them shitting on Kelsey now because of his so-called down season, first season getting hurt. We got a question mark at the tackle situation because Malata stepped in. I like the young kid Driscoll and all that, but it's like we only got 4 starts from Hurts. We don't really know what they spend the top 10 pick on Devontae Smith, which I'm not going to ish on. Like, he's the Heisman winner, so I'm gonna give you respect for that. But they don't know what their receiving core is. They don't know what their coach is. You don't know what your defense is. They don't even know who's gonna be in the secondary. You don't know who's going to be the second cornerhouse opposite Darius Slate. You don't know who's starting linebackers day one. So they have more questions than a lot of people, but they allows ones in the room. They had the worst record last year. They allows ones in the room. Everybody else moving in the positive. Everybody else moving in a positive direction or in the right direction, building a team piece to piece, brick by brick, so to speak. But they're just throwing people in the mix together. So it's like we don't Like, can we really say that they addressed what they needed to address? Like, Devontae Smith is not going to change. Like, he's not going to change your problems week one. I mean, Micah Parsons is not going to save the Cowboys defense by himself week one. But he's a big part and a focal point of focusing what we need to get better at. But then after Micah Parsons, you can turn around and look at it. Boss Man Fat, Kelvin Joseph was my favorite coming out. He played the best defense of Devontae Smith in college this past season. Then you got our third round picks who we drafted our run defense, our run stopping defense. We got more coverage linebackers. We addressed things that's going to make us. If they pan out, it's perfect. But we haven't seen people play yet, so we don't know what the unit is. We got rid of a lot of people. A lot of people retired. We got rid of a lot of people, so it's not the same defense to say it's trash. With the Giants, you got Kenny Galladay, like you got Nate Soldier come back. A lot of people not a fan of Nate Soldier. You got Adoree Jackson strengthening their strength. You got Saquon coming back. So we haven't seen Daniel Jones with a bona fide number one wide receiver, so we don't know what that's going to be. Same with the Redskins. I mean, not the Redskins, excuse me. Watch the football team. They got Fitzmagic. You know what I mean? I'm not a huge fan of Fitzmagic, but they did upgrade the weapons. And Samuels, they drafted a wide receiver who I feel like is going to have a good season. They got Gibson coming out the backfield. They got McKissick. They got multiple, like they tight end niggas named Logan Thomas. We got multiple things we can point at. I believe that the East should be very competitive this year, but the loudest person in the room is the only one I believe that's in danger of not being competitive, man. Like, I feel like we won 6 games last year. Our quarterback missed, 12 games last year? With our quarterback, logic tells you, with the best quarterback in the division, you can pencil us in for at least 3 to 4 more wins. We had at least 10 wins with that. It's logic. It's not my opinion. It's logic. You get what I'm saying? Even though Hurts upgraded their offense, I only produced 1 victory. It's like and I like Jalen Hurts, and I wasn't high on him coming out. He showed me something last year, and I'm not here to doo-doo on the man. But at the end of the day, their problems are greater than if he's good at quarterback. You know what I'm saying? This is my quick thoughts on the NFC East, man, because I see a lot of round tables and stuff happen. Hopefully I'll jump in one of those one day, but my quick thoughts on the NFC East. Always remember, like and subscribe. It's your boy, Salute.